This wireless microphone is currently on sale for just £12, but is it any good? In today's video, we're going to find out. Hey guys, Danny here. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are looking at BlitzWolf's wireless microphone system, as I mentioned in the intro. This was sent to me for free for review by Banggood, so please bear that in mind. If you'd like to pick it up, you can find a link down below. I'm currently talking through my Hohem Mic-01, which I reviewed in my last video, and it'll be a good comparison when I put this on, and we'll switch over the audio and see, well, the most important thing about this product, is the audio any good or is it terrible? So I'm going to do that now. I've now switched over to the BlitzWolf wireless microphone. I haven't actually listened to this back on my headphones or my PC at home, but I have listened to it back on my phone and it didn't sound too bad. So it's going to be really interesting to see the difference between this, which, as I said, is at least a third of the price as the Hohem microphone, which I was just using. But when you consider you can currently pick this up for £12, this is a pretty ridiculous price for a wireless microphone system. So unless this thing's terrible, I feel like this is going to be a pretty good deal. Some things you will notice right off the bat when you compare this to something like the Hohem is the microphones themselves do actually feel quite light and cheap, but at the same time they are light in the sense that they're nice to wear as well. One thing you do immediately notice between Hohem's system and BlitzWolf is the little microphone units don't have the same kind of heft and quality feel to them. They do feel a bit cheaper in the hand, but I wouldn't say they feel bad. You just definitely feel that kind of weight difference. They also don't have a magnet to attach themselves to your top. You need to use the little clip here on the back, but I'll break down some more of the hardware features later on in the video. I will put some specs up for you. These do boast quite a long usage time. I think it's actually longer compared to Hohem's, and they have a roughly 25-meter distance you can use them at, which is pretty good as well. I've now switched the wireless microphone over to noise cancellation mode, so it'll be interesting to see what difference this makes to the sound quality, as if you get noise cancellation wrong, you can remove a lot of detail in the voice or whatever it is you're trying to record, because the program or the chip built into your software has to know what to remove and what to leave behind. So this will probably be the deciding factor between this and the Hohem. Let's try and introduce some noise with the noise cancellation on. So I'm just going to ruffle it around a little bit. I don't know why you would do this if you have a microphone on, unless you're a bit crazy, but you know, for any crazy people out there, we'll see what happens if, you know, they're having an episode while recording themselves. In this part of the video, I'm going to do a range test and also introduce some movement to see how well or how badly this microphone handles it. So I'm going to turn around and walk off and try and introduce some noise into the microphone and see how it holds up. So I'm going to keep talking and see how well this works at a better range, because the Hohem was really quite impressive how far away it worked. I believe this one had a up to 25-meter range, which for something so cheap isn't too bad. So if the microphone's still working way out here, that's pretty impressive. I'm now going to walk back. I would say I was probably close to the end of the 25-meter range. There's also some people in this field and they're probably staring at me thinking, what is this crazy guy doing walking around talking to himself? But we'll explain that later if they call the police. So I'm not quite in prison yet, but you know, there's still time. I've put the wireless microphone onto the noise cancellation mode, and I'm going to do the same thing again, maybe not quite the same distance, but see if it picks up my walking with the noise cancellation on. So I'm going to talk again this time as well and see if there's any difference. When I was walking around with the Hohem microphone, it was picking up my footsteps, which is not a huge deal. You could probably remove them a little bit in post-processing with some AI or something like that. But so far I'm impressed with this product. I'll be interested to see what it sounds like when I actually get back to my PC and plug in my headphones, which are pretty decent, so I should be able to get a better idea of what the audio quality is like. But on my phone, when I play it back, it already sounds really good.
I'm now back in my office using my studio microphone, so this is a higher quality recording device and should give you a good comparison compared to the BlitzWolf. Obviously this isn't a fair comparison, but it's just something you can do to see the difference between a cheaper recording device and a higher end recording device. I also want to clear up a couple of things. So I wasn't using my windbreak attachment on my Hohem at the start, as the BlitzWolf doesn't come with one, and I wanted the sound comparison to be as fair as possible. The £12 price I mentioned for the BlitzWolf is for the one microphone version, and it's currently on sale, so if the price changes after this video, please bear that in mind. It appears both the receiver and the transmitter have a battery built in. When you plug in the receiver to your phone, it doesn't seem like it takes power from your phone, as you still have to switch it on and does need to be charged. When you try to play back video or audio when you have the BlitzWolf plugged in, I'm pleased that it does actually work as a proper microphone, so you still get audio playback through your phone when you have this connected. It does still show as a proper USB microphone. You can see me here switching between the different modes, your acoustic, noise cancellation, and there's like a reverberation mode that I didn't even really bother testing. And as I mentioned earlier, this doesn't have a magnet, you can only clip it onto your t-shirt, but because it's so light, this seems to work quite well. You can connect both microphones to the receiver and use them at the same time, and they'll be recorded to the same track. Unfortunately, the light indicators aren't quite as comprehensive as Hohem's model, so even when they're both connected, only one LED on the receiver will be lit up, the other one is your charging indicator. But this is a minor discrepancy, and I don't think it's really going to cause you any issues. Here's a little demonstration of the charging cable in action. So it only comes with two USB-Cs, but they're attached on one cable. The lights will go red when they're charging, and they will go off when the product is fully charged. Here you'll see the second light on the receiver that I was talking about, which is only used as a charging indicator. As I mentioned earlier, this product does have a bit of a cheap feel, and the most noticeable thing was the amount of movement it has when you have it plugged into your device. This did seem to fit quite well on my Galaxy S24 Ultra and my Xiaomi Mi 9T, and they both had cases on. So now I'm going to share my final thoughts on this product. For its price, I really don't think you can go wrong. It clearly isn't as powerful and as durable as the Hohem. It feels cheaper in the hand. The audio quality isn't as good, but it's definitely usable and it's really not bad. After listening to the audio recordings back on my PC wearing my headphones, you can definitely tell this isn't a high-end microphone, and of course I don't think you can expect that for its price point. The audio isn't great at all times. Sometimes your voice does sound a bit blown up, like it's been overly amplified, and some of the detail is missing, but it's definitely usable, and I think with a little bit of tinkering you could really get this to sound okay, especially with the advancement in AI and noise reduction now. This is definitely a usable product. Of course, this is going to be personal opinion, and I'm sure some people would listen to this and think it's unusable, but for me as a solo creator, this would be quite a useful product when I started my YouTube channel. So if you're just going to be making some pretty basic videos and you need a decent wireless microphone, I really don't think this is that bad. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think this is worth the money? Is it terrible? Is it good? Is it just okay?
Okay guys, that brings us to the end of the video, so let me know what you think. How did this super cheap wireless microphone hold up against Hohem's 3 times the price version? Let me know down below. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And of course, I will see you in the next one.